The name of our chapter is Agriculture. So, as we all know that the economic activities are categorized into three types. First, the primary activity, second, the secondary activity, and third, the tertiary activity. So, what are these activities? Well, the primary activities include all those connected with the extraction and production of natural resources. Examples: fishing, gathering, and agriculture. Whereas when we talk about the secondary activities, then they are mainly concerned with the processing of these natural resources. For example, the manufacturing of steel, baking of bread, and weaving of cloth could be examples for this activity. Now, when we talk about the tertiary activities, then they are those activities that provide support to the primary and secondary sectors through their services. For example, transport, communication, banking, trade, insurance, and advertising are examples of this activity or this sector. So, after getting a brief of idea about these three sectors, we shall now see that in this particular chapter, we will be developing an understanding regarding the agriculture through the following topics. First, we will read about the basics to agriculture. Then we will discuss about the various types of farming. Then we will discuss about the major crops. And lastly, we will talk about the agricultural development. So, the first thing is about the basics to agriculture. So, as we have discussed, agriculture comes under a primary activity. It includes growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and rearing of livestock. In the world, 50% of persons are engaged in the agricultural activity. Two-thirds of India's population is still dependent on agriculture. Favorable topography of soil and climate are vital for the agricultural activity. The land on which these crops grow is known as the arable land. In the world, the agricultural activity is concentrated in those regions where suitable factors for the growing of crops exist. Hence, agriculture is the science and art of cultivation on the soil, raising crops, and rearing the livestock. Then it is also called farming. Now, there are certain other terms that is related to agriculture, such as A. Sericulture, it is the commercial rearing of the silkworms. B. Pisciculture, it is the breeding of fish in specially constructed tanks and ponds. C. Viticulture, that is the cultivation of grapes. And D. that is horticulture, that is growing vegetables, flowers, and fruits for the commercial use. So, this was the general, or we can say the basics to agriculture. Now, let us talk about the types of farming. So, farming is practiced in various ways across the world. Depending upon the geographical conditions, the demand of produce, labor, and the level of technology, the farming can be classified into two main types. These are the subsistence farming and the commercial farming. So, let us discuss about these two. Subsistence farming can be further classified as intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence farming. So, the primitive subsistence farming includes the shifting cultivation and the nomadic herding, whereas the commercial farming includes the commercial grain farming, mixed farming, and the plantation agriculture. So, subsistence farming. Now, this type of farming is practiced to meet the needs of the farmer's family. Traditionally, low levels of technology and the household labor are used to produce on the small output. So, what is intensive subsistence farming? In intensive subsistence agriculture, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor. Climate with large number of days with sunshine and fertile soils permit growing of more than one crop annually on the same plot. Rice is the main crop. However, other crops include wheat, maize, pulses, and oilseeds. The intensive subsistence agriculture is prevalent in the thickly populated areas of the monsoon regions of the South, Southeast, and East Asia. Now, what is shifting cultivation? Well, shifting cultivation is practiced in the thickly forested areas of the Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia, and Northeast India. These are the areas of heavy rainfall and quick regeneration of vegetation. What is done in this process? Well, a plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil and crops like maize, yam, potatoes, and cassava are grown. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivator moves to a new plot. The shifting cultivation is also known as the slash and burn agriculture. It is also known by different names in different parts of the world. For example, Juming in northeast India, Milpa in Mexico, Roca in Brazil, and Ladang in Malaysia. So, this was about the shifting cultivation. Now, let us talk about nomadic herding. Now, nomadic herding is practiced in the semi arid and arid regions of Sahara, Central Asia, and some parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. In this type of farming, the herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water along defined routes. This type of movement arises in the response to climatic constraints and terrain. Sheep, camel, yak, and goats are most commonly reared. They provide milk, meat, wool, hides, and other products to the herders and their families. But what is commercial farming? So, in commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in the market. The area cultivated and the amount of capital used is large. Most of the work is done by the machines. Now, let us move on to talk about commercial grain farming. In commercial grain farming, crops are grown for commercial purposes. Wheat and maize are common commercially grown grains. Major areas where commercial grain farming is practiced are the temperate grasslands of North America, Europe, and Asia. These areas are sparsely populated with large farms spreading over hundreds of hectares. Severe winters restrict the growing season and only a single crop can be grown. Another type of farming is the mixed farming. In mixed farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing the livestock. It is practiced in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. Now, let us talk about the plantation agriculture. Plantations are a type of commercial farming where single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana, or cotton are grown. Large amount of labor and capital are required. The produce may be processed on the farm itself or in nearby factories. The development of a transport network is thus essential for such a farming. Major plantations are found in the tropical regions of the world. Rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India, and Sri Lanka are some examples. Now let us talk about the major crops. So, a variety of crops are grown to meet the requirement of the growing population. Crops also supply the raw materials for agro-based industries. The major food crops are wheat, rice, maize, and millets. Jute and cotton are fiber crops, and important beverage crops are tea and coffee. So, we will be discussing about each now. So, let us first talk about rice. Rice is the major food crop of the world. It is the staple diet of the tropical and subtropical regions. Rice needs high temperature, high humidity, and rainfall. It grows best in the alluvial clayey soil which can retain water. China leads in the production of rice, followed by India, Japan, Sri Lanka, and Egypt. In the favorable climatic conditions, as in West Bengal and Bangladesh, 2 or 3 crops are grown in a year. Now, after talking about rice, let us discuss about another important crop, that is wheat. So, wheat requires moderate temperature and rainfall during the growing season and bright sunshine at the time of harvest. It thrives best in the well-drained loamy soil. Now, wheat is grown extensively in USA, Canada, Argentina, Russia, Ukraine, Australia, and India. In India, wheat is grown in winters. Now, after talking about rice and wheat, let us discuss about another important crop, that is the millets. So, millets are also grown as coarse grains and can be grown on less fertile and sandy soil. It is a hardy crop that needs low rainfall and high to moderate temperature and adequate rainfall. Jowar, bajra, and ragi are grown in India. Other countries are Nigeria, China, and Niger. Now, after discussing about this, let us talk about another major crop, that is maize. Maize requires moderate temperature, rainfall, and lots of sunshine. It needs well-drained fertile soils. Maize is grown in North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India, and Mexico. Now, let us discuss about another crop, that is cotton. Cotton requires high temperature, light rainfall, 210 frost-free days, and bright sunshine for its growth. It grows best on the black and the alluvial soils. The leading producers of cotton are China, USA, India, Pakistan, Brazil, and Egypt. It is one of the main raw materials for the cotton textile industry. Therefore, it is considered to be a very important crop. Now, let us talk about another crop, that is jute. So, jute was also known as the golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soil and it requires high temperature, heavy rainfall, and a humid climate. This crop is grown in the tropical areas. India and Bangladesh are the leading producers of jute. Now, let us talk about the beverage crops, that is tea and coffee. So, coffee requires warm and wet climate and well-drained loamy soil. The hill slopes are more suitable for the growth of this crop. The leading producer of coffee is Brazil, followed by Colombia and India. Now, let us talk about tea. Tea is a beverage crop that is grown on plantations. It requires cool climate and well-distributed high rainfall throughout the year for the growth of its tender leaves. It needs well-drained loamy soils and gentle slopes. Labor in large number is required to pick the leaves. Now, the leading producers of tea are Kenya, India, China, Sri Lanka. All of these countries produce the best quality of tea in the world. Now, the last section of this particular session is about the development in agriculture, or we can say the agricultural development. So, agricultural development refers to efforts made to increase the farm production in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. This can be achieved in many ways. For example, increasing the cropped area, the number of crops grown, improving irrigation facilities, use of fertilizers and high yielding variety of seeds. The mechanization of agriculture is also another aspect of agricultural development. The ultimate aim of agricultural development is to increase the food security. Agriculture has developed at different places in different parts of the world. Developing countries with large populations usually practice intensive agriculture where crops are grown on small holdings, mostly for subsistence. Larger holdings are more suitable for commercial agriculture, as in USA, Canada, and Australia. So, this was about the entire topic of agriculture.